A very good afternoon, sellers. My name is Faisal, and I work with Local Shops business team for Amazon. And I welcome you all to today's webinar. And in today's webinar, we'll discuss more about local shops performance management. And just to give you a quick idea as what are the major topics that we're going to cover today. First and the foremost thing, I think we'll first understand what is local shops, and we'll understand the performance parameters or its matrices. We'll understand the order life cycle. We'll go through the do's and don'ts, and towards the end is where we'll have a Q&A session where you can ask any question related to local shops program, and we will be able to answer you. And just to give you a heads up, dear sellers, we do have program leaders and business owners of the program today, where they will be able to answer all the questions and the doubts that you have. We'll try to ensure we give you resolution by end of this call. However, DSLers, just want to give you a heads up. You can also reach out to seller support for further queries, or reach out to our business email address, that is localshops@amazon.com. So, firstly, DSLers, what is local shops? Local shops is a program which offers a fast and prime delivery experience to your customers, in which can be managed by you. So typically, any seller who's a retailer or is a store owner from any part of the country can be on this platform, or a seller who has delivery associates, his driving fleet, or can also or someone who can offer additional services such as demo or installation during delivery is the preferred typical seller of local shops program, because this program is a program which offers a fast and prime delivery experience, which is managed totally by you. So let me just give you, a brief introduction or the benefits of being on this program. So first and the foremost thing, I think this is something very important that would potentially help you boost up your sales, is a prime badge. Now, while you're being a part of the local shops program, we need to understand that this program offers same day, 1 day, and 2 day delivery only. So dear sellers, since like we just said that it's a prime and a fast delivery programs, you definitely get a prime badge. While being on this platform, local shops, you can also sell unique products. This is something totally different from other programs. While being on local shops, you can sell unique flowers, unique products such as flowers, refrigerator items, heavy and bulky products, and you can do this all by yourself. So you can deliver products by yourself. For example, if you have your own delivery fleet, or we have a team of delivery agents who can deliver products in and around the area, you can do by being on this platform, that is local shops on Amazon. So you can also use existing inventory from your store. You don't have to have an additional physical inventory just to manage your online account. You can have or use the existing inventory. Just be cautious of updating your inventory numbers on the seller account periodically, so that you don't run out of physical inventory, where you probably want to avoid bearing the cancellation charges for cancelled orders. While being a part of this local shops program, there are n number of benefits. While I've just given you a heads up on couple of now, we'll also be talking about the other validated service that you can offer to the customers, which will potentially boost up your customer feedback, and in result will definitely help you add up more sales to your volume. Like we said, local shops is a fast delivery program. You can fulfill your orders or deliver your orders in through same day, 1 day, and 2 day to your customers. While you are also available offline for the sellers who have a retail store, or currently an existing store owner, you can enhance your reputation as a local trusted brand online as well, which will also have a large customer base across the online platform. So while we have discussed some of the benefits of being on the local shops program, in the next slide we'll understand how an order life cycle of a local shops order is. So first and foremost, once you receive a local shop order, dear sellers, you pick and pack the order. Well, just before that, just you might want to first get prepared as when to receive an order. First and foremost thing, I think you first need to avoid extensive coverage. So dear sellers, whenever you are newly launched to the program, or when you're newly joining the program, now you might see a default template which has pan India coverage. So I think the first thing that you might want to do is correct your coverage. Please avoid extensive coverage. Please enter or select the pin codes only where you can fulfill your promise of same day, 1 day, and 2 day delivery. So along with that, dear sellers, it's very important to update aggressive order cutoff time. While we'll be discussing more about aggressive order cutoff time in the further slides, so let's move ahead and let me explain you the order life cycle of a local shop's order. So once you receive a local shop order, the next thing, the very next thing that you do is pick and pack the order from your existing physical inventory. Post which you should confirm the order on Seller Central, and here is where we have two options for you. While being a part of the local shops program, you have two workflows. One is confirm shipment, another is self deliver. Confirm shipment is for those who would not who's not having an existing delivery fleet or delivery agents. So instead, you can deliver your orders through an integrated third party courier partner such as FedEx delivery, and we do have a list of courier partners who are integrated with Amazon. So, dear sellers, let me, be very cautious about what an integrated carrier partner is. So, sellers, integrated carrier partner with Amazon does not mean we have a contract with them. The only criteria or the only thing that is integrated with carrier partners is their tech systems. So whenever, just taking an example, whenever a Blue Dart or a delivery delivery associate marks a pickup or a delivered scan, we have the direct information or the scan information flowing into Amazon systems, and which will reflect on every order that you deliver, so that the customers that you deliver orders are able to track order, and we are able to provide a good customer experience. So getting back to the order life cycle, once you enter a valid tracking ID, which is very important, so that the customers are able to track your order. You'd be handing over the package to a courier partner, and just be cautious here, seller. You need to hand over the package to the carrier partner after ship by date. Well, that's something you must really avoid, DSLS, because handing the package over to courier partners by ship by date is one of the common mistakes. Well, we'll be covering that towards the end. However, going forward, the next step would be you would be working with your carrier partner to deliver the order on time. So that's something which goes in the flow once you are using a third party courier partner. Now is the second workflow, which is also called self deliver. Imagine you already have a delivery fleet or existing fleet, or you wish to deliver products by yourself. The first thing you do is, we do have a pre-recorded, videos uploaded on Seller University, on your Seller Central account, and we also have a team who can help you install the app. So, dear sellers, there are help pages available on Seller Central. I can probably share you the links, post this webinar. So the first thing you do is, install the app and then mark a pickup scan on the Amazon delivery app, which would be installed on your smartphones. So once the order is picked up, please mark a pickup scan, and once then second thing, once the order is delivered to your customer, please mark a delivered scan. So it's very important, DSLS, to mark a delivered scan. Once the order is delivered, this is because this scan is something that justifies or informs Amazon that the product is delivered. While Amazon systems are not available to track without any scanning information, please ensure to mark the pickup scan and the delivered scan in due time. So there might also be scenarios where the customers are not available or requesting redelivery or late delivery, or the customer rejected. So we do have a list of scans available on the Amazon delivery app. So we'll discuss more about it towards the end of the session on Amazon delivery apps, DSLS. So that's how you'd be marking scans, and that's how order lifecycle ends. So going next, Like I said, dear sellers, in today's webinar, we'll discuss more about the performance parameters or metrics of the local shops. There are four major metrics, or I could say the most important metrics to have the Prime badge on this program, and potentially have a good seller experience on this program is to maintain your parameters, performance parameters or matrices. That is. VTR, which is also called valid tracking rate. So basically, VTR is something that measures how many orders the customers were able to track and know when they can expect to receive them. And your target is 100% because every order that you deliver to your customers must be trackable and to ensure every customer has a good customer experience. And the next important metric is OTDR, which is also called on time delivery rate. OTDR is calculated as number of shipments delivered or attempted on or before the promised delivery date. So so dear sellers, it's very important to ensure that the customer experience, the customers who order your products on Amazon have a good customer experience, and that is fulfilled or that is experienced through a fast or on time delivery, which is why we say there is always a promised delivery time, and your target for OTDR is above 97. The next performance parameter is CR, that is also called pre-fulfilled cancellation rate. Now, this metric basically measures all orders cancelled initiated by the you or auto cancelled due to fulfillment time expiration. So it's very important to ensure that you're active on Seller Central every day if you're working or on your operational days. Else, this would lead to auto cancellation or fulfillment time expiration, and your target that is less than 0.5%. And the last metric or the last important metric for this program is ODR, which is also called order defect rate. This basically measures seller's ability to provide a good customer experience. And the target for this parameter is less than 0.5%. So DSLers, while I just gave you a heads up of the four important metrics on being on this program, I'll also be covering what are the common mistakes that we have historically seen the sellers have been doing, and how that those mistakes can be avoided. We'll also be sharing the best practices so that so that you can be on top of things and maintain a steady performance under program threshold and enjoy the benefits of being on local shops. Going next, so you might like I just discussed the four important metrics of the program. You must be having a question how you track. Well, we do have multiple options or multiple ways where you can track your performance metrics. Firstly, there would be a weekly performance scorecard. So basically, we as a business team, we share you an email. We share a weekly email that's basically a performance email to your registered email address, so that you can easily track your performance metrics week on week. And there are other multiple other options as well, where you can also refer to your account health page. So all you have to do is go to Seller Central account, go to performance tab and account health. Now something I would want to elaborate or demonstrate something, on a seller account, giving an example because this is a new feature that we've just added to our program where it's basically a dashboard. For example, if you are a Prime seller, if you're enrolled on Local Shops Prime, then you can also track your performance of Prime orders through Prime Performance Dashboard located in Seller Central, and that goes for guaranteed delivery as well. So let me just quickly share my screen and show how exactly that is done. So DSL is this assuming this is your seller account. Okay, so what we're going to do is the first and the foremost thing is we go to your Seller Central page, performance, account health, and eligibilities. You must be seeing this option right next to reports. Click on eligibilities button, and this is where you see local shops performance. So these the dates here are predefined on a monthly basis, dear sellers. So this is where you'll be able to track your metrics. If you're a standard if you work with a standard experience of standard delivery. And also, DSL is just letting you know, there are multiple ways where you can also see the prime delivery experience of your prime orders, and also the guaranteed delivery. So this basically defines, or gives you the numbers of a cancellation rate. And we also have in detail understanding of how this dashboard works. So you can probably click to access your seller fulfill prime performance metrics here. Once you click this link, you will have a performance dashboard which will be reopened in a second or two. So DSLRs, let me just demonstrate how this actually works. So this dashboard has multiple options where you can filter the days. This has custom date range, 1 year. You can probably track your 1 month, 1 year, 6 months, 30 days, or even 7 days performance of all your orders. So all you have to do is, there are, for example, this gives you the information of cancellation rate. So basically, you have zero canceled orders, and which is where the target is less than zero point 0.5. So you're doing good. And similarly, we have similarly, we have a dashboard where it explains your current performance of VTR and OTDR. Like I just gave you an heads up some time back that your target for VTR is 100%. Since you're not meeting 100% target, which is why the metrics are red in color, and you will probably have to ensure that all your metrics, all your orders have a valid tracking rate. So now this dashboard gives an explanation where exactly the problem lies, and which date did which on which date did things go wrong. So for example, this is a date that is on, in this case, I think 31st of May is when I think there was an order defect rate, which is where the performance dipped. And slightly there is a graphical representation here. And if you want to understand things, on an order level or a carrier level, this will give you a better understanding. Now, while this account is being using multiple options to deliver, that is Blue Dart, Delivery, Dot Zod, and Self Deliver. This is an ideal case where you understand things in a very simple way. So Blue Dart is having a VTR of 99.8 and 15 defect orders, where that means the Blue Dart has under Blue Dart service there are 15 orders without valid tracking rate. So you might want to fix that by reaching out to the account manager from the courier partner services. So similarly, we have the next metric, which is also called on-time delivery rate. Now, you can probably see that the total number of orders that OTDR is calculated is by the number of orders which are tracked. So that is 6,004. Out of 6,004 orders on a monthly basis, 5,824 orders have delivered. These number of orders are delivered to customers on or before promised delivery date and has a delivered scan. So you will be able to get more information, by downloading the report on a manual report where you'll have order level details. So just giving an overview that since your target is 97% and this is meeting the 97% target, it is green and we do not really have to worry. However, to enjoy the benefits being on the program and not to be a performance defaulter, DSLer, please ensure that you avoid any order defect. Now we can still see that there are about 180 order defects where 180 Blue Dart orders are not delivered to customers on time. So if you want to understand, know which are the orders, all you have to do is just click on this button, download defect report for the last 7 days, 15 days, and 13 days. So let me just try quickly show how that actually works. So once I click the button for last 7 days, you might want to wait for a few seconds. There will be an auto-generated report which will be downloaded here on your download screen, and you might want to access the Excel file which has the order level details here. You can see the details which has the defect orders. So similarly, dear sellers, this is how you can, utilize this dashboard to ensure, you are on you are on the recommended program threshold. So getting back to slides, DSLR, like I just demonstrated how the performance dashboard looks like, and like I also said, some time back that we'll discuss more about order cutoff times and operating days and its importance. So here we are, DSLRs. Order cutoff times and operating days is very important because this is something defines your operational timelines on a day-to-day basis. So, for example, once you set so basically, giving a clear understanding of what order cutoff time is. Order cutoff time is the time of the day till when you'd be until when you'd want to receive orders, and you'd of course required some time to process or proceed with delivery of the same day, 1 day, and 2 day orders. And that is what I'm trying to explain in this slide here. That, for example, same day order cutoff time. If a same day order is defined as order a defined order type is priority because you need to deliver the same day order on the same day. So assuming for an example that you set a default cutoff time for same day as 2 p.m. So anytime, any order that you receive before 2 p.m., you'll have to ship the order, the same day, and also deliver the order on the same day, like shown here. And for example, if you receive an order post 2 p.m., you can ship the order next day and also ensure to deliver order the next day. Similarly, this happens for the next day, that is 1 day and 2 day delivery as well, where the order type is next day and second day. Assuming for next day, the order cutoff time is 5 p.m. So once you receive the order before 5 p.m., you'll have to ship the order the next day and ensure the order is delivered in next day plus one. So the recommended coverage for these sort of orders is the same state, or it can be a city as well. And for the same day, it's the nearing pin codes of 15 to 20 kilometer radius, because you probably need some time to ensure the deliveries happen on time and your metrics are not impacted. DSLRs, any misses in metrics for a considerable period of time with reminders from the business team and through email reminders, you might be at risk of losing the Prime badge. And historically seen and proven, once Prime badge is one benefit that gives the seller where there is a potential increase of sale volume on a day-to-day basis. So please avoid getting into that bucket and please maintain a steady and a good performance on all your performance metrics. Going last, that is for the second day, where the order type is second day for 2 day delivery. Assuming you receive, and the order cutoff time is 5 p.m. Assuming you receive any order before 5 p.m., you ship the order next day, and you have 2 days post the order received for delivery of that or the delivery of that order. And if you receive any order post 5 p.m., you ship the order the next day, and also you have 2 day next day plus two to ensure the order is delivered to the customer under promised delivery time. So going next, DSLRs, like I just educated, we'll also be covering the best practices to ensure you're on top of things, and you are maintaining good performance on the program local shops. So first and the foremost thing, use an if you are if you do not have an existing delivery fleet or delivery agents, use an integrated carrier only, and please enter a valid tracking ID. So I think I'll just be sharing you the link of the help page, which is already available, and there's a policy around it that you can use the integrated carrier partners for fulfilling your prime or guaranteed delivery orders on local shops. So DSLers, please use an integrated courier partner and enter a valid tracking ID only. The second thing is avoid auto cancellation of orders and do not cancel order by yourself. There can be instances where you have operational constraints or your inventory is run, your physical inventory is ran out, and you have not kept a tab of things. Designers, please avoid being in that situation because you do have online orders, but sometimes your physical inventory runs out of stock, for which you might want to avoid the cancellation penalty on your account. To avoid that, please have a check on your inventory numbers and your physical stock. The third thing is ensure your delivery coverage is accurately updated. So, like said time and again, dear sellers, updating the right coverage is very important. For someone who is delivering orders by yourself, you'd be able to understand and have an idea of the coverage that you'd be able to cover in same day, 1 day, and 2 day. And for the sellers who are using integrated courier partners, I think the first thing that you need to work with your account managers with integrated courier partner services is to get the pin codes that they can service with confidence under same day and 1 day and 2 day, and update the same so that you are on track and sync with your courier partner, and the courier partner makes no mistake of aggressive coverage. And DSLRs going next is please update your inventory please update your inventory frequently, because that's very important. You revise your inventory and replenish your inventory, because that's something you might want to that's something that keeps a track of your orders and to avoid auto cancellations. And that way, you'd be able to explore more options to add unique products, because this is a program which gives you the opportunity to sell unique products. And that way, there is scope of potentially improving your sale volume. So, dear sellers, time and again we have been saying that delivering the order on or before promised delivery time is very crucial, because this is something every customer would want to experience, having a good customer experience. So please ensure to deliver your order on or before the promised delivery date. And dear sellers, in interest of the scenarios that everybody's going, it's very important to understand the operational challenges, or there can be health emergencies for any given reason. If you are not available or if your team is not available, I think the first thing you must do is put your account on vacation, and it should be a business call, just to avoid all operational constraints. And rest assured that your online account is not impacted, because just giving an example, if you miss putting your account on vacation, considering you have operational constraints and you'd not be working for next couple of days due to personal reasons, you'd still be receiving online orders, and the customers who are ordering your products would be waiting for your orders to be delivered in due time, which should eventually not happen because you'd be away for a personal reason. So it's very important, dear sellers, to put your account on vacation. And for the sellers who are not aware as how to put the account on vacation, so I'll quickly show you how that is to be done. So imagine this is your Seller Central account, and all you have to do is go to settings, click on account info, and you see this option called listing status, going on holiday. Click on going on holiday. Here is where you select inactive, click on save. Once you click this inactive, click on save, everything is inactive and you are on vacation. Going next, dear sellers, just before going to common mistakes, we gave an heads up on the best practices, and here are the common mistakes that we have historically seen the sellers have committed, and the recommendations are something that we gave an idea as what you can do. And dear sellers, please make a note of things and please avoid these mistakes, because this will hamper your metrics. Being a metric specific for VTR, that is valid tracking rate, DSLRs, please avoid using an invalid tracking ID, or using an old tracking ID, or using a non-integrated courier partner. It's very important to provide a valid tracking ID, DSLRs. Please avoid using an invalid tracking ID, old tracking ID, or a non-integrated courier partner, and ensure that your VTR is at 100%. The common mistakes for OTDR is handing over order to carrier after ship by date, which will eventually push the delivery time. Having aggressive coverage, this will again have repercussions, because your courier partner would not be able to deliver the order within the promised delivery time. And having delivery scans post promised delivery date, and having aggressive coverage, aggressive order cutoff time, just to ensure a potential increase in sales. Dear sellers, there is a room that you can lose your prime badge. So please, sellers, please avoid using these mistakes and ensure that your performance metric for OTDR is above 97%. Going next for cancellation rate, it's very important that you have enough physical inventory. Like we've said time and again, please avoid not having enough physical inventory to cater your orders, or not shipping, or not ship confirming orders on or before ship by date. And your target for this metric could be less than 0.5%, because we want to ensure that you provide a good customer experience. At the same time, you have a win-win situation where there's a potential increase or boost to your existing sale volume. The last metric is ODR, which is also called order defect rate. Now, getting a negative feedback less than two customers is what I mean to explain. It's very important that every customer gives a positive feedback to your existing order, because that's something any customer would prefer to understand the reviews and the usage of the product. So, dear sellers, please cater or deliver a good customer experience by sending out products which are defined, which are defined on the Amazon.in page. And also, please avoid having an A to Z claim, a guarantee claim, because that's somewhere you'll be able to manage your matrices and ensure that there are no defects on the products that you ship. So, just a way to keep a check on that is, have probably examine your products once a week and ensure that no defective product is shipped to any customer from your seller location. Well, going next, I think we will still be covering the common mistakes. Just want to summarize, in this slide. Avoid using an invalid tracking ID. Please adhere to Amazon delivery app if you are delivering orders by yourself. Selecting all pin codes or pan India coverage in 2 day is, it's going to be an impossible task, or close to difficult task for any courier partner for that matter. So DSLers, please avoid aggressive coverage. Handing over the package after ship by date can push orders to be delivered after promised delivery time. Let's avoid that. Let's update correct inventory, the to your where your physical inventory numbers are matching your existing page. And last but not the least, please update the correct coverage and order cutoff time, so that you can operate and have smooth operation at your location. Well, dear sellers, while we have been having multiple interactions, webinars with lots of sellers for local shops, these are the common FAQs or the frequently asked questions that we have experienced. I would want to answer all of the questions. The first question is, what happens if I enable all the pin codes in the shipping template without consulting my courier partner? Eventually the answer is, eventually the courier partner would not be able to deliver your order to all pin codes within 2 days, and your ODR metric could be impacted, and there is room where you'd be losing your prime badge. So please avoid that and update the coverage basis your confidence from the courier partner and the list of pin codes that you get from the courier service. Question number two: what happens if I do not improve my performance? Well, there is a reasonable amount of time that the business team provides, and it's just not the time. We also help you with inputs, inputs, or we also try and reach out to you with various channels to inform you that this is something going bad. You can do this. We'll also share the best practices and also inform you of the common mistakes that you'd be doing, and help you improve the performance. And still, if the performance is not improved, there is a scope that you'd be losing your prime badge. That would that would definitely reduce your sale volume on your Amazon.in page. The next question is, can I do standard delivery under local shops? The answer is no. This because local shops is a prime delivery experience program which offers only same day, 1 day, and 2 day, and that is what it defines. It's a prime experience. So there's nothing called standard delivery with local shops. The last question is, can I ship confirm today and hand over the package the next day to courier partner? The answer is no, dear sellers, because that will eventually add another day to your courier services to deliver the orders to your customers. So please hand over the package, basis your order cutoff time, and ensure that you are working with your courier partner to ensure that the orders are delivered under promised delivery time. So, dear sellers, just before we close the session for today, I think you can see a questions tab right in front of your screens. Any questions regarding the local shops program, please do, type in your questions. We have business leaders and program experts today. Local shop experts would be happy to answer your concerns and queries. And you can reach out to me on my business email, that is localshops@amazon.com. You can also raise ticket at seller support for prompt resolutions. So, yes, Aliz, I'd be waiting for next few couple of seconds before we move to the Q&A session.